And today we're here to talk about the day in the life of a CIO. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Hi, good to see you. How are you?
Terrific. Boy, it's been a big year for
Yes.
Related.
Quite a bit.
Catch our audience up. I mean, besides Hudson Yards, I mean, you guys are an enormous company. What's been exciting for you in your job this year?
Well, certainly the opening of Hudson Yards was something that was mission critical for the entire organization, and very super exciting, and it's been high expectations and really exceeded our expectations.
Yeah.
From a technology perspective, but also from a utilization perspective. We're getting over 90,000 people there every Saturday, and we've had over 3 million guests now to Hudson Yards, so that's been terrific. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have as much development going on within Related outside of Hudson Yards as we did inside,
Sure.
and we still have a pipeline of over 60 million square feet to develop.
What excites you the most about all of this?
Well, I don't have time to be excited, to be honest with you. It's just something new every day, and what I honestly, what does excite me is the business is really getting engaged in the technology from every level of the
Yeah.
business, from every aspect of the business, from our construction teams to our management teams, and that's super exciting. I will go from a property management leasing meeting to a design and construction meeting for our next project to talking to our teams in Boston and then California, and that's my morning.
Yeah.
And then we still have the afternoon and evening to go. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a wild ride, and personally, I like to do things something different.
Yeah.
And there's no shortage of different things to do, but.
Let me ask you this. You know, I was in New York this past week. I'm on the West Coast, but I was there, and I want to ask you, building things like the vessel, for example, at Hudson Yards, almost seems like a direct grab at the Instagrammability of buildings. Is that something that you think about when you're planning these things?
I think so. Is it part of the thought at the original conception? The original conception was that it was a piece of artwork.
Yeah.
And it is a piece of artwork. It was designed by Thomas Heatherwick, and it was really his invention as a piece of art, and we actually manage it as a piece of art.
Yeah.
So, but it is also a structure, a building, a 16-story building that we have to manage. We have to keep clean. We have to keep safe. It's like an outdoor building.
Yeah.
And yes, it is very Instagrammable, but the original concept was it to be a piece of artwork as a gift to the people of the city of New York.
Yeah.
So.
What are some of the things that you deal with on a day-to-day that you go, why am I still dealing with this? And by that I mean, what are some opportunities that could be solved by technology that you wish someone would do?
Communication with people.
Yeah.
It's the people piece.
Yeah.
So there's lots of options for different types of technologies here at the conference. And
Yeah.
that's why I love being here at Realcomm. It's really terrific, and you get to see so many new technologies I thought I knew, but I really don't know.
Right.
Because it is changing all that fast. So it's
Yeah.
been really, really terrific to see.
What's got your eye?
I think a lot of the IoT kind of vendors and data integration. I believe data integration is one of the most important things. It used to be in the real estate industry. I've been a CIO in the industry almost 20 years at this point. And when we had a good idea, our CEOs would say, okay, we want to keep that to ourselves. We don't want to share that with anybody.
Right.
That doesn't really work. And I think we figured that out several years ago, where a lot of these startup companies it's better for them to get experience with many real estate players. Well, then what's our competitive advantage if we can't keep it to ourselves, right? Well, I think it's the ability to integrate. And if you can integrate in such a way that you can actually react quicker than the market can, that's what gives you the competitive advantage. So we're very focused on data integration and how we consume data and in a secure manner, because security is always of utmost importance to us.
Is that part of what explains your agility? I mean, is it the data integration that is giving you that edge?
We think so.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been proven yet because it's still kind of new, but we think we certainly think we have the foundations for that. We use a middleware layer where we're integrating building systems and pure technology player systems, even data from our Yardi, our Salesforce, and integrating it with different security systems within the building. And it hasn't always been fun, but it's been fun to work through and see it to the end. That's been great.
Which of your skills, Joe, have you had to build the most over the last 10 years, 5 years?
Again, I think it's communication, because as the senior leadership gets more engaged, if I didn't speak like a real estate person, I would have absolutely no credibility with any of not only the leadership, but the regular business people, line of business people within our not only industry but company. And I think the reason that we can get things done is because we have really smart people that can speak real estate. I'm not going to put a developer in front of our senior leadership or, frankly, our leasing team.
Right.
Because they will zone out at the first TLA, three-letter acronym.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if someone looks to you and is inspired by the work that you've done, and they're earlier in their career and they're kind of looking to emulate some of what you've created, what's your advice to newer CIOs?
Well, if they're looking to me, I would say, stop watching the infomercials at 3 a.m. and do something different. But I think that, the advice is really to keep your options open. I did not start a career looking to be a CIO at a major real estate firm. It kind of happened that way. I kept my options open and really thinking about what I wanted to do, and I really just wanted to do something that made a difference, and also something that was interesting, and something that I'd be doing something different every day. I'm still learning something new every day, and that's really super exciting to me.
Fantastic. Joe, any last thoughts about what people can take away from your experience at Related, or thoughts about Related as you enter the next couple of years?
Well, I think the challenge for us in the next couple of years is not only how we scale what we've done at Hudson Yards, because as I mentioned, we have a very heavy development pipeline in our future, but scale it in markets that are not in New York. It's a very New York focused firm. While we have assets outside of New York, it is primarily New York, but the core and the gravity of the company is going to move away. And so that's probably our next challenge. So it's going to be even more important to have more communication on a more regular basis.
Yeah.
So that's what you think.
Thank you so much, Joe. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Joe Rich from Related.